Hey everyone, welcome to Talk Skeleton. I'm George Skeleton.
And I'm Nora. Before we start, quick reminder. If you want to improve your English fast, listen to English every day. Podcasts are one of the easiest ways to do that. You don't need to study all the time. Just press play. Listen while you walk, drive, cook, or relax. The more English you hear, the more natural it feels. Just listen consistently and let your brain absorb the language naturally.
Now, today's topic.
Today's topic makes me very happy.
Why is that?
Because it's travel, and I love travel more than almost anything.
Where have you been?
Oh, too many places to count, but my favorite, Italy, without question.
Italy. Why Italy?
The food, the history, the light in the evening. Everything about it just feels alive.
Alive. That's a beautiful way to describe a place.
And that's actually what today is about. Describing places, talking about trips, sharing travel experiences, all in natural, easy English.
Because travel is one of the most common conversation topics in English. Someone asks, have you traveled much? Or, where's the best place you've ever been? Or, are you going anywhere this year?
And most learners know they want to answer. They have experiences, they have opinions, they have stories. But the English to tell those stories, that's what we're building today.
Simple, real, natural English about travel and holidays.
Let's start with the basics. How do you talk about a place you've been to?
The most natural starting point, have you ever been to? That's how English speakers open travel conversations.
Have you ever been to Japan? Have you ever been to New York? Have you ever been to the coast?
And the answer, yes, I have. Or, no, I haven't, but I'd love to go.
No, I haven't, but I'd love to go. That phrase, it keeps the conversation alive. It shows interest. It opens the door to more questions.
Where would you love to go? The other person might ask. And now you're deep in a travel conversation from one simple answer.
Now let's talk about describing places, because this is where English gets really rich, really expressive.
The most common question, what was it like?
What was it like? 4 words, but they invite everything. The sights, the sounds, the feelings, the whole experience.
And the answers, it was incredible. It was breathtaking. It was unlike anything I've ever seen.
Breathtaking. That's one of the best travel words in English. It means so beautiful, it literally takes your breath away.
The view was breathtaking. The mountains were breathtaking. The sunset was absolutely breathtaking.
Or it was overwhelming, in a good way. Like there was so much to see, so much to take in. You didn't know where to look first.
Take in. That phrase means absorb, experience, process everything around you.
There was so much to take in. I needed days just to take it all in. It's a lot to take in at first.
Very natural, very common, very useful, beyond just travel conversations.
Now, what about when a place was disappointing? Because not every trip is perfect. And talking about disappointment, honestly and naturally, that's also important English.
It wasn't really what I expected. That's the polite version. Honest, but not harsh.
Or it was a bit touristy. That means too many tourists, too commercial. It didn't feel authentic.
Touristy, very common travel word. Places that feel touristy feel fake somehow, like they exist only for visitors, not for real life.
Or it was beautiful but very crowded. Adding but, acknowledging the good while being honest about the bad.
Beautiful but very crowded. Incredible but extremely hot. Amazing but way too expensive.
That structure, positive but negative, it's very natural in English travel conversations. It shows balance, honesty, a real perspective.
Now, listeners, think about a place you've visited or a place you dream of visiting. Can you describe it in English?
Maybe it was breathtaking, or it was a bit touristy but still beautiful, or there was so much to take in.
Say it out loud right now. One sentence about a real place in English.
Write it in the comments too. Tell us, Where have you been? Or where do you dream of going? One sentence in English.
Because that one sentence, that one travel memory or dream put into English, that's your language growing, one beautiful destination at a time. Now, Nora, I think one of the hardest parts of travel conversations for English learners is talking about what actually happened during the trip.
Yes, because now you need story English, not just description English.
Story English, I like that.
And travel stories are everywhere in English conversations. Someone asks, "So, how was your trip?" And suddenly you're telling little stories without even realizing it.
What did you do there? Who did you go with? How long were you there?
Exactly. So let's build some natural ways to answer those questions.
One of the most common travel phrases in English, we stayed at.
We stayed at a small hotel near the beach. We stayed at my cousin's apartment. We stayed at this tiny place in the mountains.
Tiny, that's a great descriptive word, more natural than very small.
Tiny cafe, tiny street, tiny little room with an amazing view.
Now another very useful phrase, we spent most of our time.
We spent most of our time exploring the city. We spent most of our time at the beach. We spent most of our time just walking around.
Walking around, very natural travel English. Because honestly, that's what people do on holiday. They walk around, they explore, they wander.
Wander, that's another beautiful travel word.
Wander means walk slowly without a fixed plan, just discovering things naturally.
We wandered through little streets for hours. We just wandered around the city all day.
And usually, that's when the best travel moments happen.
Always.
Now, let's talk about food, because every travel conversation eventually becomes a food conversation.
Especially with me.
Especially with Nora.
One very common phrase, the food was amazing.
Simple, natural, extremely useful.
Or more specific, the pasta was incredible. The street food was delicious. We tried so many local dishes.
Local dishes, important phrase. Food that's traditional or connected to that place.
And English speakers love asking, "Did you try any local food?"
Yes, I did. Or, no, actually, I mostly ate familiar things.
Familiar things. Also useful when traveling, because sometimes people want adventure, and sometimes they just want food they recognize.
Especially after a long day of traveling.
Exactly.
Now, what about activities? Because travel conversations are full of action verbs.
We went sightseeing. That's one of the biggest ones.
Sightseeing means visiting famous places, looking at landmarks, exploring attractions.
We went sightseeing almost every day. We did some sightseeing in the Old Town.
Or we went hiking.
We went swimming. We went shopping. We went on a boat tour.
Went on. Very natural structure.
We went on a day trip. We went on a guided tour. We went on this beautiful train ride through the mountains.
Train ride, boat ride, long drive. English travel conversations are full of those little combinations.
Now, here's another question English speakers ask constantly after a trip.
What was your favorite part?
Such a simple question, but it creates real conversation.
My favorite part was the atmosphere. My favorite part was meeting the locals. My favorite part was watching the sunset by the ocean.
Atmosphere. That's a fantastic word for travel English.
The atmosphere was so relaxing. The atmosphere felt magical. The city had a really friendly atmosphere.
Atmosphere means the feeling of a place, not just what it looked like, but what it felt like emotionally.
Now let's talk about problems while traveling, because those stories become the funniest stories later.
Eventually, not during the trip.
True.
One very useful phrase, we got lost.
Every traveler has said that sentence at least once.
We got lost in the city center. We got completely lost trying to find our hotel.
Completely lost adds emotion, makes the story feel real.
Or our flight got delayed.
Delayed, important travel vocabulary.
The flight was delayed for 3 hours. Our train got canceled. We missed the bus.
Missed, another essential travel verb.
We missed our connection. We almost missed the flight.
Almost missed, that's such natural spoken English.
Because travel stories aren't usually perfect stories. That's what makes them interesting.
The little problems become memories.
Sometimes the best memories.
Now, listeners, think about your own travel experiences again.
Did you stay at a hotel? Try local food? Get lost somewhere? Go sightseeing?
Try describing one small moment from a trip, just one.
Maybe we spent most of our time exploring, or we got completely lost, but it was fun.
Or the atmosphere was amazing. Everyone was so friendly.
Say it out loud, slowly, naturally, like you're talking to a friend.
Because travel English isn't about sounding perfect.
It's about sharing experiences, memories, feelings.
And honestly, those are the easiest conversations to remember.
Because you're not inventing English.
You're talking about your real life.
And real memories are powerful language teachers.
Now, Nora, I think there's one part of travel conversations we haven't talked about yet.
What's that?
Recommendations.
Oh, yes. English speakers love giving travel recommendations.
And asking for them.
Constantly. Someone says they're going somewhere, and immediately people start saying, "You have to visit this place," or "You should definitely try this restaurant."
You have to. You should definitely. Very common recommendation language.
You have to see the museums. You should definitely try the local coffee. You absolutely need to visit the old part of the city.
Absolutely need to. That adds strong emotion, strong enthusiasm.
Because when people travel, they don't just want information. They want experiences, moments worth remembering.
Now, what about asking for recommendations?
One of the easiest questions, do you have any recommendations?
Very useful, very natural.
Do you have any recommendations for places to eat? Do you have any recommendations for things to do?
Or even simpler, what would you recommend?
And native speakers use that constantly while traveling.
Especially talking to locals.
Because locals always know things tourists don't.
The hidden places, the quiet cafes, the little streets that aren't in travel guides.
Hidden gem. That's a fantastic travel expression.
A hidden gem is a place that's beautiful or special, but not widely known.
This little cafe was such a hidden gem. The beach was a hidden gem. Hardly any tourists were there.
Hardly any. Very natural way to say almost none.
Hardly any people, hardly any traffic, hardly any noise.
Now let's talk about one of the biggest travel conversation questions in English.
Let me guess.
Was it worth it?
Exactly.
Was the long flight worth it? Was the expensive hotel worth it? Was all the traveling worth it?
And the answer, absolutely. 100% totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Extremely natural spoken English.
Or sometimes, honestly, not really.
Honest, simple, natural.
Because not every travel experience becomes magical.
True, sometimes expectations are too high.
Or the pictures online looked better than reality.
That happens a lot.
A lot.
Now, another really common travel topic, souvenirs.
Oh, I love souvenirs.
Of course you do.
They're like little memories you can hold.
That's actually beautiful.
People often ask, did you buy anything there?
I bought a few souvenirs. I brought back some local chocolate. I bought gifts for my family.
Brought back, important phrase.
I brought back a small painting. I brought back some postcards.
Postcards feel so nostalgic now.
Very nostalgic. And travel conversations often become emotional near the end.
Because people start talking about how the trip felt overall.
Exactly.
One natural phrase, I had an amazing time.
So useful, so common.
We had an amazing time in Spain. I had such a good time there.
Or, I didn't want to leave. That's such a human sentence.
I didn't want to leave the beach. I didn't want to leave the city. I honestly could have stayed another week.
Could have stayed. Very natural spoken contraction.
And sometimes after traveling, people say something deeper.
Like what?
The trip changed me a little.
Wow.
Because sometimes travel does that. You see new places, hear different languages, meet different people, and something inside you shifts slightly.
Travel expands people.
It really does.
And honestly, travel conversations in English aren't really about geography.
They're about experiences.
Feelings.
Stories.
Moments people carry with them long after the trip ends.
Now, listeners, think about this question.
What's one place you truly want to visit someday?
And why?
Maybe because it's beautiful?
Maybe because of the culture, the food, the atmosphere.
Or maybe because some part of you feels connected to it already, even before you've been there.
Try answering in English, just 1 or 2 sentences.
I'd love to visit blank because blank.
Simple, honest, real English.
And remember, every time you describe a dream, a memory, a real experience in English,
You're not just learning vocabulary anymore.
you're learning how to share yourself in another language.
And honestly, that's one of the most beautiful parts of learning English at all.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode.
We hope this conversation helped you feel a little more confident talking about travel and holidays in English.
And now it's your turn.
Write a comment in English and tell us what's your dream destination.
Or tell us about your favorite trip you've ever taken.
Even one simple sentence is enough. Real practice starts with small steps.
And if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Talk Skeleton for more real, natural English conversations.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you in the next episode.